Imagine growing up knowing that one day you will become the face of your nation. Every speech you deliver, every public appearance you make, and every decision you take will be watched not only by your own country but by millions around the world. That is the reality facing two of Europe's most closely observed young royals, Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark. Although they come from different countries with different royal traditions, Europe continues to compare them. Why? The answer has very little to do with gossip and everything to do with leadership, preparation, and the future of constitutional monarchy. Today, we're exploring why Europe keeps comparing Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, what makes each of them unique, and why their journeys matter far beyond the royal families they represent. To understand the comparisons, we first need to understand their positions. Princess Leonor is the Princess of Asturias and the heir to the Spanish throne. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she has spent her life preparing for the day she will become Queen of Spain. Her role is not symbolic alone, it carries constitutional responsibilities that require years of education and preparation. Prince Christian, meanwhile, is the Crown Prince of Denmark and the eldest son of King Frederick X and Queen Mary. One day, he is expected to become King of Denmark, continuing one of Europe's oldest continuous monarchies. From the moment they were born, both entered lives unlike those of almost any other young people. Their futures were shaped not by career choices but by history, tradition, and constitutional duty. One of the biggest reasons Europe compares them is because they belong to the same generation. Unlike previous monarchs who grew up before the digital age, Princess Leonor and Prince Christian have lived much of their lives in the public eye. Every official portrait, every speech, and every appearance is shared around the world within minutes. This creates unique challenges. On one hand, technology allows royal households to communicate directly with citizens. On the other, it also increases public scrutiny. Even routine engagements can become major news stories. Despite these pressures, both have gradually taken on more public responsibilities while maintaining a level of privacy appropriate for young heirs. Another reason for comparison is their preparation for future leadership. Princess Leonor has followed an intensive path that includes academic study, constitutional education, language training, and military service. Spain has long considered military training an important part of preparing future monarchs for their constitutional role as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Her military education is not simply ceremonial. It is designed to provide leadership experience, discipline, and a deeper understanding of the institutions she will one day represent. Prince Christian's preparation reflects Denmark's traditions. His education has focused on preparing him for the responsibilities of a constitutional monarch, while his public appearances have steadily increased as he grows into his future role. Although the details differ, both royal households share one objective: ensuring their future sovereign is prepared long before ascending the throne. Europe also compares them because of their communication style. Modern monarchs are expected to connect with citizens through thoughtful speeches, respectful public appearances, and genuine engagement with communities. Princess Leonor's official addresses have drawn attention for her confidence and composure. Over the years, observers have noted her growing ability to speak with clarity while representing the crown. Prince Christian has, likewise, begun assuming a more visible public role, demonstrating the confidence expected of a future king. Neither is expected to become a politician. Instead, both are learning how to represent national unity while remaining politically neutral. That distinction is one of the defining features of constitutional monarchy. The comparison also extends to education. Both have received carefully planned educations intended to prepare them for leadership in the 21st century. This includes studying history, languages, international affairs, and national institutions. Modern monarchs increasingly operate on an international stage, meeting world leaders, attending diplomatic events, and representing their countries abroad. Strong educational foundations are therefore considered essential. Military preparation is another area that attracts public interest. Princess Leonor's military training has received considerable international coverage because it reflects Spain's tradition of preparing future monarchs through service in the armed forces. This experience provides practical leadership skills while reinforcing the connection between the monarchy and national institutions. Although Denmark follows its own traditions, preparation for public duty remains equally important for Prince Christian. Another reason Europe watches them is because they represent the future of constitutional monarchy itself. Across Europe, monarchies continue adapting to changing societies. Citizens increasingly value transparency, accessibility, and accountability. Future monarchs must preserve historic institutions while understanding contemporary expectations. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian are among those expected to lead that transition. Their generation will likely define how monarchy is perceived for decades to come. Media attention naturally follows such important figures. However, responsible reporting focuses on their official work rather than speculation about their private lives. Official visits, speeches, charitable initiatives, military milestones, and national ceremonies provide meaningful insight into their preparation. These are the moments that truly reveal their development as future heads of state. Another fascinating comparison involves public expectations. Spanish citizens look to Princess Leonor as the future queen who will continue serving the constitutional monarchy established under Spain's democratic system. Danes view Prince Christian as the future king who will inherit one of Europe's oldest royal institutions. Although their countries differ culturally and historically, both societies expect dignity, impartiality, and commitment to public service. These expectations shape every stage of their preparation. Observers also notice differences between the Spanish and Danish royal households. Spain's monarchy often emphasizes constitutional continuity and institutional responsibility. Denmark's royal family is widely known for balancing historic tradition with an approachable public image. Neither approach is inherently better. Instead, each reflects the values, culture, and constitutional framework of its nation. These differences make comparisons especially interesting for international audiences. Another factor drawing attention is diplomacy. Future monarchs frequently participate in state visits, commemorations, and meetings with leaders from around the world. Success in these roles depends on communication skills, cultural understanding, and respect for international traditions. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian are gradually developing these qualities through carefully planned public engagements. One of the greatest challenges they share is maintaining authenticity. Modern audiences appreciate leaders who appear genuine and relatable. At the same time, future monarchs must preserve the dignity associated with their constitutional office. Finding that balance is not always easy. Every public appearance contributes to the long-term relationship between the monarchy and the people it serves. Europe also compares them because they symbolize continuity. Governments change through elections. Prime ministers come and go. But constitutional monarchs often serve for decades, providing stability across generations. That continuity depends on thorough preparation. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian are learning responsibilities that cannot be mastered overnight. Their development is gradual, carefully planned, and intended to inspire public confidence. Perhaps the most important comparison is not about who performs better. It is about how two different constitutional monarchies are preparing their future sovereigns. Both emphasize education. Both value public service. Both stress political neutrality. Both understand the importance of representing every citizen. These shared principles demonstrate why constitutional monarchies continue investing so much effort in preparing future kings and queens. As the years pass, Princess Leonor and Prince Christian will assume increasingly visible roles. They will represent their countries during national celebrations. They will welcome visiting dignitaries. They will support charitable organizations. They will help preserve traditions while embracing thoughtful modernization. Their journeys will not be identical. Each nation has its own customs, expectations, and constitutional framework. Yet the similarities remain remarkable. Both are preparing for lifetimes of service rather than careers chosen freely. Both understand that leadership begins long before a crown is ever worn. And both remind us that modern monarchy is built less on privilege than on responsibility. That, more than anything else, explains why Europe continues comparing Princess Leonor and Prince Christian. Not because they are rivals. Not because of speculation about their personal lives. But because they represent the next generation of constitutional leadership. As they continue their preparation, millions will keep watching, not in search of drama, but to witness how two young heirs are growing into roles that will shape the future of their nations. Their stories are still unfolding, and the world will continue to follow each milestone with interest. Whatever paths they take, they are united by one enduring responsibility: serving their countries with dignity, integrity, and a deep respect for the institutions they will one day lead. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fact-based royal content, and let us know in the comments which future European monarch you would like us to explore next.